Thanks, Coach. All right, I just want to say thanks for letting me come up here today. Last week, or a couple weeks ago, we were able to do a photo shoot for Kara with Brett taking some pictures. These are some pictures that we took. This is my wife, Shauna. We've been together for 14 years, just celebrated our 12th wedding anniversary, and I am a huge pain in her ass all the time. But Brett did a phenomenal job with those pictures. We'll show you some more of those. Those are our three kids. That is Alice, Skylar, and Ethan. When they were learning to make pancakes or cookies or something back at one of our old houses, and this was them at the photo shoot. Three teenage kids, getting them to all smile at the same time ain't the easiest thing in the world, so Brett did a great job at that, so I want to say thank you again. This was me at the Capital Area Vocational Center, where I was taking communications and media, which was photography, cinematography, television production, and radio production. And that was me getting some education using some of the old carts and learning. I was one of the only on-air radio stations run by high school students at the time. So music has been a big part of my life. I think my earliest memories of playing with music was sitting in the dining room listening to an old 45 on a record player, a Yellow Rose in Texas, and I'm Coming Home to See. So those are some of my early memories of those. That was actually published in the Springfield State Journal Register. Thanksgiving weekend, back many days back. This was me in the middle back there at one of the concerts where we were backstage. So that was seems like a whole different lifestyle or lifetime ago. Moving on to Ocala Car Audio. One of the keys to our success is our client experience document. There are some key things that we feel everyone is entitled to at all times. We're going to fail sometimes, but we try. We feel that everybody's entitled to feel welcome and honestly glad that they came and visited us today. We want to be able to treat everybody with respect. Everybody's entitled to receive a good value for their money. We want to try to strive to give industry-leading installation quality done right the first time, every time, open and honest timely communication, and have their expectations met or exceeded every time. This is one of the things we onboard our new staff with, and we remind them on a regular basis. This is kind of what helps us build the reputation that over the last 10 years Ocala Car Audio has done, but I've done over the last 23 years here in Marion County. Those are the early days of Ocala Car Audio back in 2009 with my original staff in the current building that we are in today. It's a little bit different time back then. There's an old Camaro, Range Rover, and a Lamborghini we did back then. That was me being a little silly with a pair of Lamborghinis that came in to get some stuff done at the same time. Back before we had uniforms and when I thought flip-flops was okay to wear to work. Not quite so much today. So some of what we're going to do, this is at our second building that we moved into, which, as some of you guys know, back in 2014, circumstances required that I move. That was our other building off Northwest 27th Avenue. Greg Petrie was a long-term customer of ours. We did window tint and backup cameras in his Mustang. Driver safety is a huge important factor of our business, whether it be blind spot cameras for left and right. Part of that is, think about this, if you've got somebody that has reduced mobility, they can't look over their shoulder and use the mirrors properly, or they've got blind spots in their vehicle, a right-hand camera or a left-hand camera can help save them from cutting somebody off, help them be a little bit safer. We also do front parking cameras as well. So if you've got a lower car and you don't want to hit those curbs in front of you, it can help you with that. Or if you've got a big truck and you're a little girl driving a big truck, sometimes seeing over that front bumper isn't the easiest thing to do. Not picking on anybody specific. Oops. Paint protection film. Come on, get a little. There, hold on, there we go. I can make car technology work, just not computer technology. Anyway, this is a Tesla Model 3 that we did paint protection film on. What paint protection film is it's a clear wrap that's designed as a sacrificial layer to help with rock chips, bug damage, and different things like that. In the last 2 months, we've done 2 different Teslas and quite a few other vehicles. Interestingly enough, yours isn't red, is it? Yours is white? It seems like every Tesla that we're doing with paint protection is red right now. I don't know what that's about. But that Model 3 is one of the funnest cars I've ever driven. It was a sports edition. That will put you back in your seat very easy. And boat lighting systems and boat audio system. That's a 34-foot Donzi that we did the complete audio system on. On some of those bigger boats, those systems may wind up being $18,000 to $22,000 for a complete audio system. If you like to party, which somebody with a boat like that typically likes to party. We also do lighting upgrades. This is actually Matt's boat where we did some LED lights to help light up the way whenever he's out at night.
Man, they are bright too, buddy.
Yep. We do a lot of classic car audio. Old school Ford F-100, that thing is a beautiful truck. We did a complete system in that. This Porsche, the owner of that, just came into us a couple months ago. Did an audio upgrade in there as well. That guy has only had that car for about 35 years. So he's had it for a little while, loves it, and entrusted us to get it right, which I think he absolutely hit it out of the park. This is an old GTO we did recently with a factory style looking radio. So if you've got a classic car, we don't have to cut it up. We don't have to modify it. We don't have to do anything crazy. I'm running it short on time. Built-in radar detectors that's the Subaru I mentioned earlier that we did a front and rear radar detection system on, so you know which pedal to hit, the left or the right. This is a 19 560 Mercedes we just did a built-in radar detection system on as well. Mike Collins, this is the cargo glide I was telling you about for your barbecue pit that you're wanting to do in the back of your truck. Something like that rides out, that goes in the bed of the truck, so if you're a little bit shorter, you can pull that out and reach everything that you keep in there. We also did a tonneau cover that was hard on that to keep it locked and safe. That's a Goldwing, a Harley, so we do a bunch of motorcycle audio, and we do all kinds of big boy toys. So there's a Can-Am we did the stereo system on, one of the side-by-sides we did that on. That's the guy that owns Shifting Gears out in Williston, his side-by-side we did. So really, anything that you can think of, electrically, truck accessories, different things like that, those are all things that we can do. We love to do audio because that's what gets chills up your back. That's what can decompress your ride home. That's what can set your day off right. That's what can help you unwind, so when you get home, you can enjoy your dinner with your family a little bit better because you've been able to decompress and get all that out of there. Security systems, we do a ton of that. We do GPS tracking on some of the cars. I know the hum system is a little different than what we do, but anything electrically. Come see me. I'd like to sit with you guys. Anybody that's been to the shop and done a one-on-one with me knows 8 minutes ain't long enough for me to go over everything that we do. So I always feel a little bit out of it because on the BNI podcast, they say do 6 things 1,000 times. Problem is I do 1,000 things, and I don't know how to pare that down. So if anybody can help me, please let me know. Anyway, once again, Parish Tanner. Everybody say thank you to my wife, Shauna, for putting up with me and letting me come out there.